every film is different. And sometimes there's but in most of Denis' films, there's a big makeup element. Prisoners, Blade Runner, you know.
Yeah.
Yes.
So in every job that you take, I'm sure there's something you try to think what's going to happen, but you can never account for everything. So what was the surprise element in this movie, the thing that came up that you hadn't counted on?
I never thought in a million years we were going to put bald caps and brow covers on all the Harkonnen. I never in a million years thought we'd be spending so much money. I never in a million years thought I was going to fly out makeup artists from all over the US, Canada, the UK to do this sequence of Harkonnen and Sardaukars and second unit and this big epic thing. I never thought that would happen. I never thought, I mean, I knew with the Baron when I first came up with some ideas for Stellan, I thought, okay, we're going to do this, but it's going to be a chin and jowls and maybe a big prosthetic stomach and man moobs, I guess you call it. I thought that's what it's going to be.
Tonight the bloodline ends forever. Kill them all.
This is an extermination. They're picking my family off one by one.
And I had it all in my head going, yeah, you're good. It's okay. We know how to do this. And then I thought, oh my God. And then it turned into more because I started looking at renderings and drawings from different departments. And Denis and I spoke and I went, oh my God. And I started talking Marlon Brando, Apocalypse Now, but moreover, Island of Dr. Moreau, that kind of big. But I kept saying to Denis, but fat's usually funny in movies. So we got to come up with a way to make it not funny. And he agreed. He said, you're absolutely right. And nobody's fat shaming. Nobody's doing that. We're not doing Mike Myers as, fat bastard, because that's funny. And it's kind of fake, but it's fun fake in a good way, or Little Britain. So that got me thinking. And then when I heard Stellan was cast, so we had a couple of things. But when I called my friends Lube Larsson and Eva in Sweden, I thought, okay, so Stellan, we're shooting in Budapest. You're in Sweden. I think you guys should build the fat suit for me. And I got to sell it to the studio and do a budget and propose it and come up with some sketches and Photoshop. And we did. And but I never thought it was going to be as big as that. I mean, no pun intended. It got big. Denis like, can you make him fatter and bigger? And then it just became bigger and fatter. And suddenly we were like, what the hell did we do? Because that's how Denis is. Once you can sell him on realism and based in reality, he's like, okay, because he did that to me on Prisoners with Paul Dano. I never thought I was going to do that makeup. And I thought, you got me, you son of a gun, you got me. And that's what we did. And Louvain, we still joke about it, saying he lost 10 pounds, I gained 10 pounds. Just like stress eating, thinking about the Baron.
How long did it take to do it? And what was, how many mock-ups did you have to do?
Well, so I can't take all the credit, because what I started was initial Photoshops and source references of Marlon Brando, a couple of other over the years, like larger, you kind of look at Orson Welles. It was kind of certain things that I presented to Denis, and then we were able to fine tune when we got into the logistics of getting Stellan in Sweden to come in and have we all worked together on Dragon Tattoo. So it all felt to me like this is meant to be. And Louvain, who's brilliant sculpting, makeup, prosthetics, their team, because I knew it would take 5 people to do this makeup, we needed 16 weeks prep to sculpt and build while I was on location in Budapest and Jordan shooting, doing Timmy, Rebecca, Oscar Isaac, everyone else. Dave Bautista, David Desmalchin, and Stellan came in the very last portion of the shoot. So we had a lot of time to prep.
Well, we have a question too about the blue eyes. Did you have anything to do with that, with the contacts?
I wish. We fit, that's all Paul Lambert, our amazing visual effects. We did fit for a minute. I think I had Zendaya fit for contact lenses, but I knew from experience, desert, sand, contact lenses is never going to work. NG. So Paul sent me a couple of pictures. The only thing I had to do was make sure once Denis and Paul had figured out what the eye color would be, I kept a picture of it up on my wall so that when I was doing people like Javier Bardem, I had to always consider that their eyes will be blue
I got you.
and that the makeup had to sort of complement that.
You had to keep that color in mind.
Yes, yeah.
In this age of CGI and spectacular special effects, sometimes I think audiences don't realize how important the makeup and prosthetic artists still are. You feel sometimes you don't get out in public, you don't get the respect that you deserve?
Well, I mean, all of the technology is amazing, and I'm really feel very fortunate to have worked with great visual effects and cinematographers. I mean, everybody's using new technology. It's like synthetic, music. It's not bad. It's all creative. I was very lucky to learn from the best. I'm Roger Deakins on Skyfall, and he introduced me to Denis for Prisoners. So I've learned from the best of the best, I think. But sometimes I do feel like, people forget not everything. I mean, the Baron is a practical makeup. I'm very proud of what we did as a team, and Luve Larson and Eva Van Bar and all of us. I think we really presented a lot of old school techniques that were used in Hollywood and Europe for a long, long time. And it's not, I mean, I don't know, maybe it's, I don't cook, I don't know how to cook, but when I see people who actually know how to make bread or make a stew, which I don't, I mean, I go to Trader Joe's because it's at the corner. But when I see people who really make a stew and go, yeah, but they know how to make something. I don't think it's that different, that we know how to do a makeup that's as good as flawless without too much help. Not to say it doesn't work. Sometimes you need the marriage, like the blue eyes. We couldn't have done that without visual effects. But it's kind of nice that Denis and the studio gave us the time and the money to do the Baron in a practical thing than making it all digital.
Excellent.
I feel that there's a lot of the craft, but makeup has been one of the most effective. I mean, visual effects and makeup are almost becoming one.
Yeah.
And sometimes we need to sort of show that we still do things they don't do, and we do things they can't do.